to BHP After Dark. As always, I'm Benjo.
I'm B.
And this is episode 75, Churtich and Centerich, a story of, well, probably farmers.
Yeah. It might be Churtich and Chinnerich, but...
Did I say that? Centerich.
Centerich.
It's alright.
I think it may be Chinnerich.
We're not starting over.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
No.
We're going with it.
Yeah.
When I say might, it is. Yeah. Benjo,
Yeah.
why are you wearing the same thing you wore for the last podcast?
Why are you wearing the same thing that you wore?
Oh, touche. I should have just unzipped and shown something else.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
Benjo, Jamie starts this episode off by saying that listeners had created a drinking game where you have to take a drink every time he says whatnot. My question to you is, if we had a drinking game, what would it be that we say often?
Me just saying something goofy.
That would be the drinking game when you said something goofy?
Or like, well, I don't even understand how is that a drinking game? Like, every time they say
Every time Jamie says whatnot, you have to take a drink.
It's not really a game, it's just like a...
That's what a drinking game is, though.
No, because that's like, a drinking game is where you actually play to like win.
Well, they have different types of drinking games.
Okay,
but
well,
yes.
that's just the drinking game. But anyway, maybe every time, like, we say...
Every time there's a graphic.
Or every time I laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think? Do you think Cole Cabala's playing this drinking game?
Yeah. I think he's super drunk right now.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Benjo, we're getting
Brett.
back to what's the theme that I keep telling you about?
Migrating.
Migration versus invasion. Anglo-Saxon migration, like slow migration or invasion. We talked about this a lot last time, and probably the time before that, But we're back to Chinnerich and Churtich, and in the years after the potentially legendary Battle of Mons Badonicus, that they Churtich and Chinnerich fought a British king named Natanliod and killed him.
Imagine saying, "Hi, I'm Natanliod."
Yeah. Churtich again, and maybe this is why he wasn't listed as a Bretwalda by the Venerable Bede, a monk from the 8th century, a monk and early British historian from the 8th century, who listed the 7 legendary Bretwaldas of early Anglo-Saxon kings, which we know more to be like war chiefs,
Yep.
warlords.
You're right.
Anyway, Jamie ponders, because Churtich was not a typical Anglo-Saxon name. Jamie ponders whether he was half British.
I also ponder whether Jamie's half British.
Jamie is full British,
No,
but he grew up here.
I'm telling
I
you.
think he moved here.
Do you think
I think we'll get into it.
is he cheering for? Would he cheer for USA?
I think he cheers for USA. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Speaking
He
of
lives-
USA, just won.
Yeah, gold.
Gold
USA, USA. Little Benjo used to say that. During the World Cup.
Watching from the, everybody watching, say "Get out" right now.
Get out. Millions of people right now saying "get out" at the same time. Again, 1 comment per person, right? Right. We try to enforce that strictly.
There has been several officers show up to our house.
Violating.
Yes, I mean I've been so. That's how I got a bone collar.
Because people
A
commented
police
more than once.
officer came in and
Why did they come into our house?
because they were coming too much and we were supposed to stop that.
Coming too much what?
They were,
Commenting too much?
yeah.
They came here to get our side of the report,
Yeah. And
to then go out and arrest people?
And it got aggressive.
You didn't really think that one through, did
And
you?
he threw me on the ground at a brick wall and this happened.
Unbelievable.
But little does he know, he doesn't know what he means.
Benjo, Jamie goes.
He
I mean,
did.
we're gonna get into
He did.
the chronology.
He did.
The one thing about the cultural part, again, the invasion versus migration part. Jamie mentions how some areas or communities in Britain seem to have easily transitioned from Roman control to Anglo-Saxon control without much struggle or in between abandonment. Does that make sense to you? I mean, I would think when the
Yeah.
Romans uh,
Got a
withdrew,
little bug into it again.
I did when the Romans withdrew that there would be this power vacuum. But Jamie said there's some places that it just seems, from what we know at least, which we probably don't know everything, they just seem to have just easily just switched over,
And
transitioned.
it really makes me mad that they've done that.
It
But
does.
I mean, I have to deal with that. I have to think about that every day. But I mean, I do it, so.
Yeah, well, bless your heart. I don't know what you're talking about right now, Benjo. But after Chernich and Chinnerich fought a British king, 6 years after that, Chernich's nephews, so this was Chinnerich's cousins, I guess. Their names are Stuff and Whitgar. What do you think about these names?
Well, first off, I like Stuff.
You like Stuff.
But Whitgar,
I would. I
if I
thought
was in that time, I would have killed him.
Jamie makes a lot of like kind of dad jokes about the name Stuff and how it's like, I guess they're not really dad jokes. They're just, he likes
See, this is why Jamie makes me mad sometimes.
Why does he make you mad?
Because like
He does not. He doesn't make you mad. You don't even listen to the show. What are you
But
talking
every time
about?
I do, it's like dad jokes.
No, you don't know. Jamie's funny. But anyway, Stuff
I'm
and
joking.
Whitgar.
I'm joking. Jamie, I love you.
Stuff and Whitgar show up. They're warriors. They fought at Chernisis or possibly had to retake it from the previous battle that Chernich had fought there and then named it after himself in terms of the location. They're not exactly sure
who they went against.
Right.
But I mean, we're thinking somebody on the northern side, right?
I don't know.
You don't even know. You don't even think anybody on the northern side?
No.
That's my guess.
You think so?
Somebody up north, yeah.
Okay.
What do you?
I don't know. I was thinking more like along the east coast or the south coast.
Well, I was like thinking northeast coast.
Okay.
But,
maybe. I like your thoughts.
But yeah. So
we're going to get into some chronology, and we're actually going to be moving into the 6th century here. Again, remember the records are sparse here, so we've had to piece together a lot of things, some of which may not be true. So take everything, always question everything, you know. We're uncertain about peace and war. There seems to be some wild swings of power. But in 519, Chernich and Chinnerich fought the Britons at Charford, and that's when Chernich became king of the West Saxons. We talked about that last time.
One of the greatest moments in British history.
I mean, it's a big deal because it's the House of Wessex. West Saxons became Wessex. West Saxons, Wessex.
Watch The Last Kingdom, bro, and you'll understand.
Right. Amen, man. So Jamie spends a lot of time pondering whether Chernich was like a real war leader or whether he was just really a settler or a farmer.
I mean, Alla was.
Right.
Alla was.
No, Alla was listed as a Bretwalda.
Oh, okay.
Where Chernich was not. Okay.
I think that's valid. But so Chernich lay.
Chernich lay.
Chernich and Chinnerich fought British at a place named after Chernich.
Which he
undoubtedly after the victory.
He undoubtedly named it after he won the battle. Named it after himself, kind of like Chernisis or
Cernich.
So we've got the chronology. We talked about 519, 527.
But again, Jamie says dates aren't too important.
Right. So let's just think of really early 6th century for this stuff.
Wait, what about 7th century?
We'll get don't worry.
So
we're going to cover. We're in the
6th.
Oh gosh.
7th century.
Oh my gosh. The year 530. Chernich conquers
Isle of
Wight. Isle of Wight down here. Not sure whether
did they fight the Jews or others? Which one?
I don't know. I mean, legendarily, the idea has always been that the Jutes settled Isle of Wight, so if Cherditch then conquered the Isle of Wight, you would have to think that he had to have conquered the Jutes,
Yeah.
but we don't know. But when he did, 4 years later,
4 years.
in
I thought you
534,
said 40 years.
No,
I just wanted to clear that up.
4
No,
years.
I know, I was clearing it up for them because it sounded like 40 years.
Thank you.
So, Serdich died.
Cherditch.
Cherditch died, and the leadership went to Chinnerich.
Right.
And the Isle of Wight was granted to Stuff, my boy Stuff, and Whitgar.
Whitgar. Yeah,
Whitgar.
Stuff and Whitgar. So it sounds like Chinnerich, when his dad died, gave the Isle of Wight to his cousins, Stuff and Whitgar. I'm Team Whitgar if you're Team Stuff, bro.
Your team's Whitgar?
I'm Team Whitgar.
I might have to abandon you.
Oh my goodness. Benjo, the year 540.
Oh God, the plague.
The plague comes.
It's top 3 darkest moments in world history.
Well, yes, but this is an early plague. It's not the plague that we think of later on in the Middle Ages.
The Black Plague, that's what this the regular plague. Bubonic Black, whatever you want to call it. It started from like rats and mosquitoes, right?
I think that's right. Yeah, and that was more in the like 1300s.
Have you even gotten there in the regular?
No. I'm in 1101, bro.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But anyway, Jamie does spend some time speculating. He said this plague could have possibly hit Britain hard, and speculates as to why a plague potentially could have hit Britain's harder. It sounds like it's just
speculation.
Speculation to me, so I'm going to kind of move on.
Yeah. I don't even know why you mentioned that, but
well,
not many Roman Britons, groans held
graves
held.
But look, I didn't highlight that. Okay, you just start reading stuff. There's reasons why I highlight certain things.
Well, a lot of the time you read stuff that isn't highlighted.
No, it's rarely.
No, you
Rarely.
do it a lot.
No.
Yes, you literally did it
You're
right.
seeing the inner
You
workings.
did it right there.
I did. You're right. I did. And I shouldn't have, okay?
Okay,
but
well,
the point of this is...
the Germanic burial style was cremation. So let me explain to you what cremation is. It's where you turn people into ashes.
That's right. And Jamie speculates as to whether this was because they were too poor to even build caskets and dig holes.
That's crazy, to be too poor to build caskets.
But not too poor to burn someone up, which is not easy. It's not just, when someone dies and you cremate them, it's not just like you build a big bonfire and put them in the middle and then their ashes. I mean, it's got to be like sustained, like super heat. Yeah.
But anyway,
So, what are we still discussing?
We're still discussing migration versus invasion, which has been the topic, the theme of this whole thing. But it becomes a slow melting pot of the cultures.
Yeah.
The narrative versus genocide.
Well, that's the narrative versus migration versus invasion / genocide. But Jamie speculates again that possibly the Britons couldn't afford a defensive military to protect them from raiders and invaders.
Mixed with Anglo-Saxons and Eastern Britons.
Right. So maybe they just they joined.
Yeah.
And he talks a little bit about cultural
assimilation.
Right.
In the 3rd generation.
So there looks like there may have even been some reverse cultural assimilation here.
But what even is cultural assimilation?
Great question. So I want to give you an example. Let's say a family moves here from Mexico, right? They come across the border. They come with their kids. Maybe they have kids after they're here. Maybe they bring over young kids. Some mixture of the two, right? They bring with them a strong Mexican culture, right? Food, music.
So the cultures mixing together.
So by the 3rd generation, when those that Mexican family has kids, let's say the kids are born here, that's 2nd generation. Okay.
So their kids.
Their kids by the 3rd generation, they have while they may retain Mexican heritage pride, and they may retain certain parts of their culture. By and large, at that point, they will have. And this is not true for everywhere, but by and large,
Okay,
what
I
we
see
see
what you're
is
saying.
that they've
They've adapted to
adapted and
the
assimilated,
culture.
right? Um, and there are some that hold out. There's some that assimilate sooner, but on average, by the third generation, this is just what I've learned. Okay, um, and when I say it sounds like what may have been going on here was reverse cultural assimilation, where the Anglo-Saxons came in, and by the time of the three generations of them, maybe they have made some of the Britons adapt Anglo-Saxon culture. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I see.
Rather than Anglo-Saxons
Adapting
adopting the British culture, which I'm sure happened also. I'm sure there was like mutual cultural assimilation. But anyway, surprisingly though, Benjo, at this time there's no like notable political organizations, right?
Really, I would have thought there was.
Yeah, so we talk again about Allah, the first listed Bretwald as being potentially more like a warlord. And we keep thinking we just need to keep Jamie keeps focusing our attention on this is not like kingdom building at this point. There's large families, tribes, not kingdoms. There's farmers and leaders in the farming community, not monarchs, right? So getting back to, and again, this is part of the long theme, which it seems like it's most of season two. Jamie compares, okay, like when the Romans withdrew, now at this point in the story, about 130 years ago, what would happen to us, uh, and how life changing that was for the island of Britain over time? What would happen to us today if we just lost all oil today?
It would have almost been like losing. I mean, that would have been just horrible. I mean, no transportation, virtually, unless you have an electric car.
Right,
But I mean, still, you can't like use oil to power things to.
right.
And that would be bad.
But I mean, then how long? Maybe this isn't a good example in the days of AI now. But how long would it take us to to get back to that technological point that we had to find an alternative for
I mean,
oil?
since we've already got lots of electric cars and stuff, I feel
Guitars? Did you say guitars?
like I think it could take. I'm thinking like 5-10 years.
Yeah, and maybe we'd be able, maybe because we're so technologically advanced, we would be able to adapt quicker. And so
Well,
maybe this
think?
isn't. I think you're probably right. I think you're probably right because there are alternatives at this point. But it's something to think about. Like how long would it take us to regain our technological, get back to that point? Um, anyway, Benjo, that's really it. Man, we're gonna keep moving on.
I have one question.
Yeah.
How many episodes are we away from now?
I'm at like 495 maybe. So we've got a lot to go.
Oh, gosh.
Quite a lot to go. We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna.
We need to throw a party every 100, every episode 100.
Every time we get to 100.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, we kind of hit the 500 this episode. Party.
What do you mean 500 this episode?
Oh, every time we get. Oh, I thought you meant like when we get to the year 400, get to the year 500.
No.
You're talking about
when we reach episode.
Okay, when we get to episode 100,
And then
we'll
we
definitely
reach
throw a
episode
party.
200, and then we reach episode 300, and then we reach
Agreed.
episode 400, and then we reach
I'm
episode
almost to
700.
episode 500 now.
And
yeah.
then, how many years from now do you think that Jamie will be in episode 600?
Oh, years from now,
Maybe- or maybe
if he's
more.
coming out with 3 years, something like that, to do 100 episodes, maybe 4 years.
What year do you think you'll be in at that point?
Good question. I'm gonna guess 11 1140.
And you're in
11:50.
And you're in like 11:07 right now.
Yeah, 11:50 maybe.
Okay, I was just curious.
I mean, it is going to be intense because Benjo, like I'm saying, we've got so many in-depth episodes about so much, and now the sources are going to start picking up, like and we don't even have like always reliable. Now you're just going to consistently get more and more sources for things.
Yeah.
So anyway, Benjo, as always, it's been fantastic.
It was a pleasure having you on.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
I had fun having you.
All right.
My special guest, Brandon. Right
I'm
here.
not a special guest. I'm the co-host, but this is my co-host, super producer, the man, the legend.
See you in the next episode.
Don't believe